Several days ago, I was asked at a meeting how we can reach the people who seem so oblivious to this never-ending assault on our freedoms. This led me to explaining that we communicate very differently with each other today. These days, we can send a message across the world and expect to receive a response in seconds. Social media has made the world a very small place. In the last 18 to 20 months, I've witnessed and indeed participated in so many online discussions about the virus, vaccine passports and lockdowns. And I've come to the conclusion that whilst we argue back and forth, consuming ourselves and indeed reinforcing and breathing life into these deliberately created divisions, the ruling class quietly roll out their ongoing attack on our fundamental freedoms and our entitlement to medical privacy and choice. I don't know about the rest of you, but I see a society where they, our so-called public servants, have successfully managed to pit brother against sister, vaccinated against unvaccinated, parent against child. And this is not unique to Wales. This is happening in countries across the world, like Australia and New Zealand and elsewhere. A few days ago, I retweeted a thread from a Lithuanian man called Glupoko. He describes what life is now like in Lithuania for himself and his unvaccinated family after the introduction of what they call the Opportunity Pass, or GP Pass, as it's become known in his country. I'd like to now read you some direct quotes from that thread. Quote, "My wife and I have been suspended without pay for 4 weeks. We can't return to our jobs. Not sure our employers would let us back. Even if they did, our colleagues despise us, wish on social media for our death. Nothing we do will ever erase that. We can't work there. We now have to buy our food from Soviet-style outdoor markets with cash only." You see, he and his family are no longer allowed in supermarkets, only small, expensive convenience stores. But I think the most poignant part of this lengthy thread for me as a parent was this. Our 2 kids outgrew last winter's clothes. We tried to buy new ones, but with no pass, many stores rejected us. Finally, my pregnant wife, begging, tears in her eyes, finally found a manager at a second-hand store who relented. He told her just this once, "We can't let you people in here again." It took me a good 5 minutes to read this thread, and afterwards I felt sickened by the levels of discrimination his family is subjected to day in, day out under this regime. His description of not being allowed to purchase essential items like clothes, arts and crafts for the kids, DIY materials, books barely scratched the surface of the full list of indignities imposed upon his family by the state. They are virtually banned from participating in almost all aspects of society, from beauty salons right through to medical facilities. And I recall we too here in Wales were not allowed to buy essential items such as clothing at one stage. Glupoko's reality serves as a warning and a glimpse into the future for all of us today. The slow creep towards a two-tiered society has already begun. And if we do not come together, then I fear Glupoko's today will become our tomorrow.